Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome back to more Danganronpa V3, Killing Harmony. Our last time we were trying to do a seance, and then it didn't quite go as planned.
Yeah. And also Angie was killed.
Yes, that happened too. And Tenko.
Well, that was technically, 2 episodes ago, but you
and
get the
Kaido
idea.
was really afraid and was hugging Maki, and then she attacked him. He left.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, now we get to do this. So, what do you want to look at first?
Before you... Okay, well, you asked before. We always talk to the people first.
Okay, which side do you want to start on first?
Left to right.
I said things that made Tenko look suspicious, and now this. Sniffle. I'm sorry, Tenko.
Stop it.
Cry later.
What?
Huh?
Because.
Crying won't bring Tenko back, and if we don't investigate thoroughly, we'll die too.
Okay.
I need to find the truth and pin down the culprit for Tenko and all of us.
I guess.
You're right. Tenko would want us to figure it out so she'd have no regrets. That would be the best way to apologize. Okay.
Well...
Do these floorboards seem a little unstable to you? They're tough to walk on. Floorboards aren't nailed down, they're just lying on top of cross pieces. That's what Gonta told me. That's probably the reason they're a little unstable. They've only been laid on top. That's why they're unstable.
Well,
the boards are fairly thick and sturdy. I can't imagine they'd come loose easily.
Is this...
But if someone wanted to remove a floorboard, they could easily do so, right?
okay.
Yes, I suppose. Also, there's a hole in the corner. Oh, anyway.
Right.
Hey!
Himiko. Hey, Himiko. Be strong, Himiko.
Wait.
Gunta, if you shake Himiko that much, she's going to break.
What?
Oh my god, you're going to kill her. But she's not talking. It's like Himiko not even here.
Like I thought.
She must have been really shocked over Tenko. Let's leave her be for now.
Oh, okay.
Himiko.
I see.
Why?
First Angie, then Tenko.
How can this be?
Gonta's so ashamed. Why Gonta no could protect friends? Poor Gonta.
Leave it to me.
I don't feel bad for you really that much because you're part of a cult. You too, Kibo. Leave it to me. I will become the guiding light that shines on you all. Whatever you say.
That cannot be.
Why? Why did this?
I knew it.
Theo, I know the murder was pretty shocking.
But of course.
Of course. I am shocked about that as well. But why did the seance fail? We performed all the steps flawlessly.
He seems more concerned by that than the murder.
Ah, yes.
I mean, he was pretty hyped about it.
Yeah.
Anyway. Oh, if we perform the caged child again, and summon Tenko's spirit this time.
This is stupid.
Cut the crap. Just tell me what happened during the seance. Both you and Shuichi were present, right? Did she get killed during that seance?
I see, yes.
True. It may be best to move past what happened, to know why the seance failed.
Is that so?
Whatever, just hurry up.
Scary face.
Scary face.
At the time, in order to begin the seance, we had Tenko, the spiritual medium, position herself as a turtle within the magic circle, so her head touched the marker stone. Then Shuichi and Kokichi placed the cage over Tenko. And after that, I placed the white cloth over the cage. Then, all four of us placed the wooden stage of the dog god atop the cage. Afterwards, we stood in the four corners of the room. Kokichi and Shuichi blew out the candles.
Yes.
Finally, we all sang the caged child song. The seance should have been complete, but
Ah!
Ah, now that you mention it, I remember hearing a strange sound during the song. Everything else is silent, and then it just goes...
yeah. It is a mystery to me as well. I thought someone may have tripped. Perhaps.
It's a pretty loud sound for someone tripping. Perhaps Kyo knows something.
What do you mean?
And then what happened?
Yes.
We called out to her, but no reply came. I had Shuichi and Kokichi relight the candles. And then we removed all the items from within the magic circle in the opposite order. First, all four of us removed the dog god statue. Next, I took off the white cloth and then... Himiko ran over to the cage, and the moment she lifted it...
It sounds like Tenko was definitely killed during the seance.
No.
But would it not be difficult in such darkness? Besides, she was inside the cage, yes?
Then?
Then when was she killed?
Well, that's...
Yes, that is a problem.
I see, yes.
There is another problem,
How?
and that is, why ever did the seance fail? I simply cannot figure it out.
Perhaps.
Maybe someone moved from that corner. Did someone else sneak in there? In
What's
here?
the point?
Obviously, since the seance was clearly a sham. Maki never was one to pull her punches. Sound during seance has been added.
I think it was likely someone in the room did it because... I mean... Yeah, if they moved, it would have failed anyway. Potentially.
Yeah.
This investigation is over and shut. It's all thanks to me for giving Kibo his new function. Now then, Kung Fu's killer is obviously one of you stupid assholes who signed up to do this bullshit seance in the first place.
No.
No, not necessarily.
Huh? Seriously? This seance was clearly set up to lure her in and kill her. How could someone who wasn't in the room kill her?
Could it be...
So you believe that Tenko was killed during the seance?
Fucking moron!
There's no other possibility, shit for brains. God, you don't even know that?
I mean, she was alive before, and then she wasn't alive after, so I mean, it had to have been during that she died.
Right. Common sense would lead you to believe.
And she was just a puppet pretending to be alive before, I don't know. But I don't
Yeah,
think
obviously.
So. It is true that Tenko was alive before the seance began.
This is the point of no return, Tenko. After this point, you mustn't speak. The next time you open your mouth, it will be Angie speaking through you.
Understood. I will not say a word until the seance is over. Tenko answered Kyo, so at that point she was most certainly alive. But when the candles were relit, she had already been killed. That means she was killed in the dark, I'm positive. What time exactly was Tenko killed after the candles are blown out? That may be an important point of this case. How about Kokichi?
Oh, man.
Man, what a lame function. You should have made him like a transformer or something. That's all he wants to say about this.
Weird ass kid, anyway.
Okay, we got dog statue, candle, cloth, circle, body.
Let's do the candles first.
Candles hung on the walls. They're the only source of light in the room. There are no windows in this room, so without the candles, it was pitch black. But how did the culprit kill Tenko in complete darkness?
And then the cloth.
It's the white sheet we used for the seance. This was placed on top of the cage. Kyo is the one who removed it.
Is this...
This cloth is pretty thick. It's similar to a window curtain, but it's completely opaque, and on the back. Look, there's a bloodstain on it, right around the middle of the sheet.
But
But no hole in the fabric, which means Tenko wasn't stabbed through this cloth.
Okay.
She was stabbed while underneath the cloth. White sheet has been added. Okay, what next?
The statue. Then the cage, then the body.
It's the wooden dog statue used in the seance. I believe it's called the Dog God. It's very heavy. During the seance, this wooden statue was on top of the cage. It took 4 of us to remove it. This wooden statue is pretty heavy.
if I remember correctly,
Yo said it was about 175 pounds. That's about the weight of 2 girls. Is it?
I don't feel like that's entirely correct. I feel like on average,
Maybe they meant kilograms and they just did their conversions wrong.
yeah, because that's completely off. Kilograms are a lot less than pounds anyway. Number-wise anyway.
Yeah, because they're bigger. Yes, 1 kilogram is bigger than 1 pound. Yes.
Right.
What?
What do you know about girls? Have you even touched a woman besides your mother? What?
I'm kidding.
Anyway,
Like, gosh.
This...
if this heavy thing was on top of the cage, then Tenko wouldn't have been able to get out easily.
okay.
The savage Maki roll.
Indeed.
Yeah, you're right about that. That didn't sound like you were kidding earlier. The dog statue has been added. Cage, I think, is part of the whole body thing, so we can't call that separately.
Let's actually do the circle then first. And then the body.
It's the magic circle Kyo drew on the floor. Well, at least it was.
Oh dear.
It's been completely stomped over. I suppose it was unavoidable.
Well...
Was this drawn with salt?
Yes.
Whenever I perform a seance, I always use salt.
What?
Are you feeling alright? You sound ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous! I have performed many successful seances. Why, I even had spirits enter my butt.
I'm right already.
Shut up. I don't want to hear about your stupid delusions. Maki really doesn't beat around the bush. It's kind of refreshing, actually.
But
Very cool.
In any case, with all these footprints, I can't make out the original circle.
So what?
We'll find out in Kyo's lab. It should be written in the Cage Dog Village document.
Hey,
Isn't that right, Kyo? He seems depressed. I suppose that makes sense.
Poor Kyo.
She just destroyed him.
Yeah.
The magic circle Korra Kyo drew. A level up.
That's kind of like his whole life. And you're just like, bitch, shut the fuck up. You're delusional.
Okay, Tenko body. Get floorboard.
Floorboard first, actually.
Stone.
Since that's an option. Oh. And the stone too, I guess.
This floorboard is loose. And so it's the one right under Tenko.
why?
Why is this floorboard loose?
if I remember
It
correctly,
wasn't like this before. It must have come loose during the seance.
Why?
Why would it come loose during the seance?
but
Floorboard this thick and heavy wouldn't have come loose easily. Then someone must have loosened it on purpose. It has been added. You wanted the rock next?
Yes.
There's a rock next to Tenko's body. This must be...
Please rest your forehead upon this stone marker I've placed here. It's just a stone I brought from the courtyard. Are you sure it will work? Certainly. It is merely needed as a to rest on.
Oh no, you're cutting out a little.
Uh-oh. I'll even come back.
Okay.
Alright. Hey, do I sound good?
So far, yes.
Okay. So what part did I miss? All of it?
Yes, but I need to pause the recording real quick. I will be RP. Okay, now you can read the whole thing again.
Certainly. It is merely needed as a marker for a forehead to rest upon.
Like this. Tenko had her forehead on this rock, hunched over. She had to make herself small to fit inside the cage. Marker stone has been added. Okay, so you want iron cage and Tenko body.
Iron cage.
This is the cage used in the seance.
Is this...
It looks to be around 3 feet high and 5 feet wide. It's a pretty large iron cage.
Okay.
Big enough for a person to fit inside. During the seance, Kokichi and I covered Tenko with the cage. We were supposed to remove it as well. But it was Himiko who rushed in and removed the cage first.
Hey,
Hey, look at this.
is this...
A bloodstain on the bottom of the cage. Probably Tenko's blood, yeah.
That's true.
Yes, I imagine so. The splatter must have been made when she was killed.
What do you mean?
Which means Tenko was killed while she was inside the cage. Confirmed.
Okay.
Think you're right. Tenko went under the cage before the seance. I really want you to know that she died under there. When the cage was lifted after the seance, she was already dead. Like, what, did you think she, like, left? Got killed somewhere else? I don't know.
Yeah.
If she was stabbed right when the cage was lifted, that would explain this bloodstain, right?
Huh?
Perhaps she wasn't killed during the seance, but the exact moment the cage was lifted. But why didn't she say anything until then, though? She was just playing a prank, not saying anything, and then she got shanked after the cage got lifted. I don't buy it.
No, that's definitely not the case. Because obviously Himiko would be able to tell.
Yeah, unless she's the one who did it. No.
I mean... Goodness.
So her little, like, bow has, like little stars on it.
Oh? Where?
I can't use mouse, but, like, her white ribbon thing.
Stars? I don't see any stars.
Well, I'll show you afterwards. I zoom in, not when we're not in here, yes.
Okay.
That is a possibility. Iron cage has been added to the truth section. Now Tenko herself. Tenko's dead body. She took her last breath crouched over like this. According to the Monokuma file, her only injury is the stab wound to her neck. This wound was fatal. This must have caused instant death. I didn't hear her scream during the seance. Ah, wait. Understood. I will not say a word until the seance is over. Yeah, she's being murdered under there and she still doesn't say anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd at least, like, scream. It's not necessarily saying anything, though.
Would Tenko really keep her mouth shut despite the pain?
Nope.
Her death might not have been instant, but she couldn't have gone far before she bled out.
Huh?
What do you mean?
What's the point?
You were concerned about that, right?
Okay.
With a wound this deep, the victim is too shocked to do anything except die. You're speaking from experience?
That's obvious.
Of course. Quick deaths are my specialty. Well then, that makes sense.
By the way,
The real question is, what was she killed with? I don't see a murder weapon around. You're right, I don't see an obvious murder weapon. That could be a clue. Tenko's last moments have been added. Okay. Hole in corner. There's a small opening in the corner of the room. Doesn't look big enough for a person to get through, but still.
Is this...
A hole? Looks like there's space under here, too. Oh, hold on. I can see something below. It looks like something dropped down there.
Huh?
What? Something dropped down there? Something dropped from here? A hole in the corner has been added.
Hey,
After we check everything here, why don't we go under the floor and see for ourselves?
You're right.
Right, let's do it.
by the way,
It seems pretty dark down there. What should we use for light?
That's true.
I was gonna say throw Kibo down there, but I guess...
Keep yeah.
Let's bring a candle. With Kibo's light from up here, that should be fine.
okay.
Then I'll go get a candle. Remove that floorboard so we can go down.
Okay.
Okay, got it. I pulled off some of the floorboards near the hole and took the candle from Maki. Then we carefully made our way through the hole and under the floor. This is a lot more spacious than I thought. You can move pretty easily on all fours.
Okay.
Let's look around for clues.
Well,
It'd look pretty stupid if we found no clues after crawling around in this dusty place.
Okay.
Yeah.
There are 2 blood spots.
Blood, and then there's more dried blood.
Dried.
Then there's a bloody sickle over there.
Wow.
And a hole over here.
A whole ass scythe. Wow. Interesting.
What do you want to look at first?
Let's look at the scythe.
That's below where I think the hole that we... I don't know, it's over in their corner. There's a sickle here, and there's blood all over it.
Okay.
Blood on the sickle is fresh. This is it. This is the murder weapon.
is this...
This came from my research lab.
Huh?
It did.
Well,
A sickle can be used to assassinate a target. It can be thrown without losing any lethality, and you can hide it under your clothes, too.
Well,
If she was attacked with this, she wouldn't stand a chance. The blade is about 6 inches.
that's right.
Since Tenko was in the cage, she wouldn't have been able to defend herself.
but
But even if this is our murder weapon, how did the culprit attack Tenko in the cage? The blade could fit through the gaps in the cage, but could it reach her neck?
That's true.
The cage is 3 feet high. If you were to stab into it with a 6-inch blade, well, it would depend on Tenko's posture. Well, I don't think it's impossible. Then her posture is the question.
Hey,
Hey, if the weapon is down here, the culprit must have thrown it away, right?
that's true.
Perhaps after killing Tenko, the culprit threw the sickle under the floor in the dark. Or they could have been under the floor the entire time. Either of those is possible. Sickle under the floor. Okay, now what's blood, dried blood, and hole? Which one do you want next?
Look at the hole first, and then the dried blood.
Some of the wood is corroded and is broken off, so you can see into the next room.
hey,
This is the wall of the empty room, right? Looks like there's wood along the wall. This part has rotted away. Looks like natural rot. This hole wasn't made intentionally. But I can get into the next room through here.
that's true.
If I remember correctly, the room next door is also empty, right? Then the culprit could have gone from room to room by moving under here instead of using the hallway.
No.
True, but it would have been difficult moving around under the floor. We did alright because we had a light. Without that, it'd be pitch black. That might make it impossible to move around in there.
Nope.
Then they could have used a light, like we're doing right now.
Well,
True. They used a light to move around under the floor? Is that possible? Would we see any of the light through the cracks up above? I don't know.
I mean, if they were very, smart about it, probably not. But I think, if anything, it would be really hard to crawl around with a light and a sickle. Especially in such a tight space.
Also, there's actually a third thing. There's a cut crosspiece in addition to the other stuff.
Yeah.
So what do you want next?
The cut space, then the blood. The dry blood, I mean. Then the...
Okay, we'll see the fresh for last.
ah,
Ah, look, part of the crosspiece that supports the floorboard is cut off.
That's true.
It's near the loose floorboard, and the portion missing is about the same width, too. And from what I can see of it,
that's true.
it wasn't broken off naturally. This was cut by someone. There should be saws in the warehouse, so they could have used that. The question is, why? Another crosspiece is supporting the floorboard, so it might not fall if this portion is missing.
Then...
So what purpose did this serve? The floorboard underneath Tenko's body is loose, and the crosspiece supporting it has been cut. If the culprit did all of this, then why? Interesting. Okay, now we got dry blood and blood stain. Which one do you want? Oh yeah, the dry, you said.
Yes.
The blood stain on the ground underneath the loose floorboard. That's pretty far from where Tenko's blood is dripping down. It's under the same floorboard, just at different ends. Why is there blood here?
Hey.
Hey, the back of this floorboard has blood on it too.
Ah!
Right, there's a little bit of blood on the underside of this floorboard.
What do you mean?
Did Tenko's blood splatter here when she got killed?
That's true.
I wonder. Can't really be sure yet.
Okay.
But these blood stains here are completely dry. There must be some reason these particular stains are dry. Dried blood under the floor. Loose floorboard has been added. Level up. I think we finished investigating here. We're not going to look at the fresh blood.
Wow.
I mean, it's quite obvious what it's from, to be fair.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Is that alright?
Maki, you want to head back up? Glad you asked. I was starting to get fed up with all this dust.
She hates dust.
Yeah, so do I, honestly.
Yeah.
It makes me sneeze so much. Anyway, after Maki and I crawled out from under the floor, we put the floorboards back and returned to our investigation.
Which is seemingly now finished, supposedly.
What is not finished?
Perhaps.
Oh, the investigation. Wait, what did you say?
Oh my goodness. I just said that I think the investigation is finished.
It might be. We could check the room over. I mean, we could go under there. I don't know.
By the way,
We've only been investigating this room. You sure that's wise?
Huh?
What do you mean?
because...
Angie and Tenko have different killers, then the blackened we need to vote for is...
You're right.
the culprit for the first murder. The culprit who killed Angie. That's what Monokuma said.
Then...
So instead of investigating Tenko's death, shouldn't we be investigating Angie's?
Okay.
Yes, of course.
But...
But this is bigger than the killing game. For the sake of the two who died, I need to reveal the truth of both their deaths. Well, I understand why you feel that way. But if you plan on investigating the other crime scene again, we should probably hurry. I guess that means we're supposed to go back.
Let's dip potato chip.
When I came to the hallway, a scene more surprising than I could have ever imagined unfolded.
Another death? What the fuck? Are you kidding me?
It's a lie!
There's a damn serial killer here. Oh.
It's a lie.
Wow.
Did I surprise you? Are you gonna scream and cry in terror?
Huh?
What are you doing?
Oh?
Oh, sorry. I'm just a little lightheaded from the blood loss. Yeah, this is real blood.
Why?
Okay, so what are you doing? I got curious about something, so I decided to search the empty room next door. Then, suddenly, I stepped through the floorboard.
Huh?
You stepped through a floorboard?
That's so mean.
Jeez, that got me good. Because of this, I tripped, fell pretty hard.
Got a minute?
If you're going to lose consciousness, do it after you tell us everything.
Ah.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I guess there was no crosspiece supporting this floorboard, so I kinda stepped through. What bad luck. The crosspiece was gone? Does that mean...
Oh, the cut piece, maybe?
Huh?
Yeah, but that was in the other room, but said he was a different room? Let's see.
In the hallway, I think. That's what he said.
I stepped through... Curious about something, so I decided to search the empty room next door.
Oh.
Then they stepped through the floorboards. They were in the room next door, and that one also has a crosspiece that was gone. What could it mean?
Well, then, if that's the case, then the floorboard that was cut next door
Dreams! That's what the killing game is all about!
would have to be from the next room over. So why is there dried blood there?
Well, no, we were clearly under the floor of the room we were supposed to be. But the next room over also had a cut piece, I think is what it's saying.
Oh, I don't know why I asked that question. That was silly then.
It's okay. Look, it's Monokuma again. It's all his glory.
Killing game fans! Hold your head high and watch with your own 2 eyes! Baseball, soccer, mobile games, they're all nothing compared to the killing game! The killing game just can't be beat! Behold, students, the entrance to the trial grounds!
I don't care about the killing games. I care about you, Monokuma.
I'm here for
been
you.
Monokuma fan.
I guess time's up.
Oh.
Oh man, it's because of you guys. I didn't have enough time to check something.
Huh?
What were you trying to check?
See?
I wanted to research the seance again, so I brought this document with me. But unfortunately,
Man.
I couldn't find anything new that could be used as a clue. Kyo perfectly reenacted the seance as what was written in the document. He drew his magic circle the same exact way as this picture. Not only that, he used the same exact tools, too. Nothing suspicious about this whole thing. Well, I wanted to check the finer details, but I'll tell you about it later. At the class trial, so see you there. Kokichi left, the blood loss clearly affecting his footing a bit.
I hope he falls down the stairs.
Dies. For reals.
Yep.
With the fake out. Bloody Kokichi has been added. Let's go, too.
That's true.
Yeah, okay. Is Maki nervous? I see, so even she gets nervous sometimes.
Do you want to die?
What are you staring at? Do you want to die?
Wow.
Okay, now we must commence the long journey down.
Let's skedaddle.
Also, I had a skill I wanted to buy, and now would be the time to buy it. And I suppose I could do it at the thing.
Be.
Yes, let me see. Skill list. Lost in thought, we do not have enough for it. Wait, is that what I wanted? No, it was, Illusion.
Yeah, the delusion. Can we... Oh no, we only get that from hanging out with people, I think.
Yeah, we haven't hung out with enough people.
It's a shame you can't just buy those. Oh well, it'll be fine.
Oh well. Buy the what though? Money?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay. It's stuck in a corner. You move faster when you like go diagonal. It's probably
know,
like
I feel like I
speedrun
put-
tactics of that. It's going diagonal all over the place, glitching through walls, skip to the end game.
Who knows?
Okay. Sorry, it's stopping every once in a while, distracting. I feel the need to do it.
Did you get enough sleep last night?
Dear.
I think so.
Alright. It would appear we have all gathered, but it seems there are less and less of us.
Oh.
Less friends mean it that much harder to solve mystery.
Don't worry.
Well, don't worry. I'm sure you've gotten a little smarter by now, Gunta.
Yeah, going to do his best to help.
I'd want you to graduate from super idiot level to at least Kaido idiot level.
What?
Hey,
Yes,
what's that
please.
supposed to mean?
Are you okay?
Yeah, more importantly, are you okay, Kaido?
Ah.
Yeah, I'm feeling better now. But wow, Maki Roll sure does pack a punch.
I don't know.
It's your fault.
You don't need to worry about our dwindling numbers. Only dipshits have died so far.
That being said,
I know it's a tall order, but try to use your brains this time so I don't have to use mine.
Hoo-yah!
These golden brain cells of mine are a gift from the entire world.
Unacceptable.
It is though every time you open your mouth, you become less likable.
Good line.
It is.
rest in peace.
Atua, please lend us your power.
But
It may be difficult for us to rely on Atua. Considering what happened to Angie, whom Atua loved most of all.
well, you know.
She shouldn't have relied on Atua in the first place. But seriously, it's kind of funny seeing a robot believe in God, especially Atua.
I also.
So what? Robots can believe in God.
Indeed.
Actually, before I even met Angie, I had a similar experience. Hearing voices, I mean. You might call it an inner voice. It tells me what to do whenever I'm in
Got a minute?
How long are you going to say that for? Atua and Ghost don't matter right now.
Jeez.
Yeah, the trial at this time is gonna be rough. We got caught in Monokuma's trap.
Huh?
His trap?
That's right.
He probably made the 4th floor so scary on purpose to prevent me from investigating.
Oh, right already.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way.
Hey, so
Shuichi, say something.
Huh?
What should I say?
Wow.
And who am I saying it to? You
I don't know.
can always just go for the Monokuma statue and ignore everyone.
I don't know. I mean, unless you want to talk to someone, I think I'm okay.
What should I say? Just leave.
Okay. I'm just gonna talk to the Monokuma. Buff Monokuma.
Buff Monokuma. It was used for one scene in the other game and then was never seen again.
They had to bring it back. It's too popular.
As usual, we walked toward the elevator in silence. As soon as the remaining survivors stepped aboard. We descended. Perhaps because there were fewer of us, the elevator seemed to move faster. And so we fell, faster and faster, downward into the black.
So I have a question.
Yes.
Wasn't Gokichi... Yeah, he was. Okay, he was in the room with us whenever we were, like, investigating Tenko's death. But he left on his own and then...
He left while
fell
we
to
went
the
under.
floor. Yeah.
Yes. So, he was there with us, then we went under the floorboards to check stuff out. He went to the other room probably to check out stuff there, but then he fell and hurt himself. And then decided to play a prank.
Fucking loser. Anyway.
The elevator stopped, and just like always, the doors parted slowly. The light that shines on us from the other side, the bright light of our future. Or is it? Or is it?
Ugh.
Boy, they look really depressed. Must be because there's even less participants now. Don't say they look depressed, you'll make Monodom sad.
Monodome is just so sick of having Monokuma there, I guess. As much as I'd like to keep hearing this adorable back and forth,
Now then,
let's hurry and get this started.
extreme!
At last, the class trial will begin. I hope you enjoy it to your heart's content.
The third class trial was about to begin. The music again. Angie Yonaga, the ultimate artist. She created the Ultimate Academy Student Council to try to prevent the killing game. Then Tenko Chabashira, the Ultimate Aikido Master. She hated men, but I knew that she hated this terrible killing game even more.
Yep.
The two who were killed were both trying to stop the killing.
I'm sure that last part was definitely true, and not at all that it was switched. But
And who was the one who killed them? Was it one person? Two different people? Nobody's died on these panels.
yeah. Yet.
We need to pin that down in this class trial. In order to live, we have to find the truth. And I will fight for it. I will fight with truth and lies in this class trial.
I love how he just, like, openly commits perjury.
Yep. This game's built different.
It really is. What if, like, someone who was, like, well-versed in, like, law just played this game and they're just like, oh, you just commit perjury in this game. That's, horrible.
Well, this isn't an actual court of law. It's just a bunch of people in a circle that none of them are lawyers, so it's fine. Now, if you were playing Ace Attorney and committing perjury, that'd be a whole different thing.
I mean, obviously that wouldn't happen.
Yeah, that would never happen.
Unless we start that, and then we just find out that Phoenix does that.
He doesn't bluff every single episode or anything. And just make stuff up and get the people to say stuff that they wanted to know.
Oh my gosh, maybe he really is not the best defense attorney. Anyway.
We'll probably play those games one day. There's even more of those games in these games, and it would take forever, so...
It would. You know, in time.
Yeah. Okay, I suppose we should split it here. This will be a little bit of a shorter episode, only 42 minutes, but yes.
Let's do it.
Okay, everyone. If you enjoyed this, then liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing are all appreciated. The most important thing, though, that thou must absolutely do is have a nice day.
Sayonara.
So long, farewell.